welcome to Modalities Movement Therapy. I'm Brenda and this is week 11. We are going to work a lot into the rotator cuffs. For the routine, you're going to need a loop resistance band, a soft reflex ball. If you don't have a soft reflex ball, you can use a tennis ball, but something that's quite nice and soft and squishy. The last thing you're going to need is a extended resistance band and of course some water. Let's start off. You can either start in standing or you can start on the knees if you're comfortable in this position. If you are in this position, try not to curl the toes under. I want you to use your glutes to help lift you and stabilize you. So if you have got any tension in the front of the ankle, then take a cushion or a sweat towel and just support the front of the ankle in this position. Let's start with the soft reflex ball, and I want you to work the cross fibers of the fascial tissue. So you're going to push in and twist, push and twist. We're working all the way around the forearm. So you want to get the blood rushing to the surface. You want to get that circulation, really releasing that fascial tissue, plumping everything up and moving around the deep fascia. It's obviously up to you how much pressure you want to apply, but try and get a nice deep release. Hydrate that fascia and really decrease your risk of injury. Remember, there are about 10 times more neural pathways in the fascial tissue, so it is quite sensitive around this area. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. You can work a little bit into the back of the hand. Obviously can't go too deep. Push and twist right under the surface of the skin, that superficial fascia. Work the cross fibers of the fascia and keep moving the arm around so you can work the entire and release the entire forearm. Things like carpal tunnel syndrome. You've also got thoracic outlet syndrome, which affect the fingers. Often you get numbness and pins and needles in the hand. If it's those first 3 fingers, it's often related to carpal tunnel syndrome, which is that front arm line, and it traps a nerve in the wrist. Thoracic outlet syndrome coming from the neck, where we have the nerves running down the arms. If you've ever experienced thoracic outlet syndrome, you will get pins and needles in the little finger and the ring finger. Let's now take the ball in one hand, and I want you to work into this first web. So you're going to push the ball into, hopefully it's a 90-degree angle. If your thumb is very tense, then the space between them won't be as pronounced. So just try and, if that is the case, just make the movement smaller and just slowly progress. Listen to your body. Slowly progress to opening up that first web. Let's continue on the same place. This time I want you to push into the mat. So again, up to you how much pressure you want to apply. Keep the ball close to the knee and then just take it as far as you can. Just get the movement into it, bouncing into it. Don't just push down and hold. Move in and out of it. and each time you take it that little bit further. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So again, you're just pushing into that first web, using the other hand to increase the stretch. Slowly ease into it. Push and push. Do another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Let's take it down onto the mat, and now slowly increase the weight into the ball and stretch that web. Good. From there, similar to what we did in the last video, week 10, but we were using the peanut. I now want you to release the forearm on the reflex ball. So just a nice, you can either put the hand on the mat or try link the fingers. It'll challenge your balance quite a bit. Try not to curl the toes under at the back, and just roll over the forearm. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Link the fingers or position your hand on the mat and try and focus on that forearm there. Okay, from there just put the ball to one side for now. Hands quite close to the knees, so again you don't have to put too much weight into them. We're going to walk through the fingers nice and slowly. Walk the fingers forward. If anyone has experienced tennis elbow, this is a great release for tennis elbow. If you have lots of tension in the wrists, maybe this is as far as you can go. Otherwise, don't push it. Don't open all the way. If it's only parallel to the knees, you can just turn the fingers out and slowly ease your way into that stretch. Ease yourself into the movement. Keep the weight into the legs. And when you're ready, if it's here, we're going to hold it there. If it's there, as far as you can go, you hold it there. We just want to increase the stretch into the wrists. Rock the feet forward and back. From that position, we're now going to take the reflex ball, and I want you to massage into the palm. So you can use your other hand to increase the pressure there into the hand, and just give it a good roll. Releasing the palm can also help give that forearm a little bit more movement. Let's take it onto the other hand, and again just apply a nice deep pressure, just gently easing into it. Try keep that elbow locked. From here, we're going to, now you've got a few options here. Pushing into the palm again, but rotating the wrist. If you can, bring the ball all the way onto the fingertips. Let's apply that pressure there. Move from the palm to the fingertips. can use the other hand to assist you. Let's just stop in this position so the palm is on the ball. You're going to take your other hand, make a fist, and let's just massage up and down that forearm. At the same time, I want you to bounce into the ball so it's releasing the palm. If you can, bring the ball back onto the fingertips and increase that stretch into the wrist. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Just starting off with the palm on the ball, and you can just slowly move the ball to the fingers. Keep bouncing into it. When you're ready, rest the heel of the hand or the palm on the ball, and you're going to massage with that other hand, just increasing that stretch. Move the hand forward. Really feel that stretch into the wrist increasing. If you are taking too much strain, you can always make a fist with the hand and just give that forearm a nice release there. From this position, we're now going to go into side lying. I want you to work along the triceps. This is another release we did last week with the peanut. This time I want you to use the reflex ball, and we're going to roll out. You're bringing the head into the hand, and just relax that head in the hand as much as possible. If that is putting too much strain in your neck, then you can just take that ball and massage over the triceps with that ball. But this way you will get a little bit deeper into that release and challenge your balance a bit by staying on that ball. Keep going. We're now going to bring the ball onto the scapula at the back. You're going to rest your head in your hand, and I want you just to move. You can bring both hands behind the head from side to side. So try and relax the head in the hands. If you're not feeling much, move the ball slightly lower and massage from side to side. Keeping the ball around that area, I want you to drop your head, keep it in your hand, and you're now going to apply pressure with the thumb into that armpit. So you want to try and position the thumb above the ball, and I want you to imagine you trying to make a hole. So connect with the ball, apply that pressure, and now you're going to open up the elbow, extend it down to the mat or the floor next to the mat, drop down and release. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Good, nice deep breath in and breathe out. Let's do another 2 and breathe out, and another 1 Good. Again, maybe let's just massage a little bit from side to side, releasing that there. Good. From there, we're now going to position the ball back under the triceps. This time your arm is extending next to your body. You're going to bring the hand, the back of the hand, or the palm, sorry, onto the mat, and you're going to reach for the toes. At the same time, applying that pressure into the ball, you're reaching into a side bend, rolling up the back of the arm, pushing down, stretching there, reaching and releasing. Keep going. If you're not applying enough pressure, the ball will tend to move a little bit more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now you're going to take your loop resistance band, relax into a supine position. Use a sweat towel for supporting the head or your cushion if you need to. The ball is coming behind the elbow. You're applying that weight into the ball. You're going to take the resistance band around the wrists and bring the other elbow into the waist on the other side. Just holding that arm there where it is, pointing up to the ceiling. You're now going to, you might need to adjust the ball a few times to get it to cooperate or stay in this behind the elbow. You're now going to open up that wrist that's over the ball, that arm that's over the ball, applying that pressure. So this is a nice rotator cuff movement. If you're taking any tension in that shoulder or that rotator cuff, just make the movement smaller. Otherwise, work without the resistance band and make the movement smaller. Breathing in and out. Nice deep breath in and out. Keep going. Another 2. Breathing in and breathe out. And another 1. And breathe out. Good. Put the band to the side. Bring the ball under the upper trapezius, so just where the neck meets the shoulder there. Take your head in your other hand if you want to. We're going to breathe into our arch. Breathe out to the tuck. Lift the tailbone up. Reach the arm next to the ear. And now we're going to push into the ball, moving back into the ball. So focus on that backward movement. You can release the arm and move it next to the ear. So just getting a nice release into the traps there. Do another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. From there, lower down, release the ball, and keeping that side of the neck exposed, just massage around the neck. Go up onto that occiput ridge in line with the ear and massage towards the spine. All the way down the neck. So we're working along that occiput ridge, that bony process at the base of the skull, and continue moving down the neck. Now I want you to link your fingers, position the ball in the palms, so the ball stays there. The hands stay linked together, and you're now going to nod your head to one side, and the ball will roll along that same occiput ridge we've just been releasing with the hand manually there. Now you're linking the fingers and creating that sideways release, that lateral, that movement there, rotating a little bit there. Good, let's do the same thing to the other side. Come up and let's move over onto the other side. Let's take that elbow onto the reflex ball. Otherwise, you do have the option of massaging it in this position. Head into the hand and let's roll along those triceps. When you're in this position, make sure you're not too rounded. You want to open yourself up, take the knees to the diagonal, and think of that lateral side. As you roll out, you're breathing into that lateral side of the body, giving it a good stretch, stretching those intercostal muscles between the rib cage as you breathe into them. Another 2. And another 1. From there, you're going to bring the ball onto that scapula. Keep the head in the hands, and you can rotate the feet now. And you're massaging, finding that, look for that sweet spot, that those trigger points. Because I'm sure around this area we've got more than one trigger point there. Move that ball around, releasing all that tension. Keeping the ball there, I want you to drop down onto your back. You might need to adjust the ball a few times and bring that thumb into the armpit just above the ball, and we're going to bring the elbow in, breathing in as you open the elbow up and applying that pressure. Breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. You can move if you want to, keeping the head resting in the hand, and apply that pressure with the thumb. Nice and slowly. From there, let's bring the ball onto that upper trapezius. So right where the neck meets the shoulder there. That's often an area we carry a lot of tension. Support the head in the other hand. And you can drop that head or that hand back onto the mat. Lift the tailbone. Have a nice deep breath in as you do so. And you're going to push into the ball. We can move the arm forward and back. Keep getting that movement into this area. A 4 more. From there, we're now going to position the ball onto the rhomboids. So those rhomboids are the muscles that retract the shoulder blades together at the back. Pull the shoulder blades together, find that spot, and lower yourself down onto the mat. And open yourself up Drop the head, keep the head in the hands if you want to, and open yourself up. Again, this is similar to what we did last week with the peanut on either side of the spine. We're breathing into our arch, breathe out to our tuck. If you are experiencing any tension in the neck, I don't want you to lift the head. But if you can, on the in-breath, your head is resting on the mat. On the out-breath, you're coming into that tuck. Breathe in, drop the hands onto the mat. If you are coming into this tuck position with the head lifted, make sure the head is resting in the hands. Breathe in, open yourself up. The ball will move up the spine, so the ball is on the spine, and you're breathing out into your tuck. If your ball is too hard, then I don't recommend you bring it onto the spine. Rather do the movement without the ball. Breathe in, open yourself up. You're trying to squeeze those scapula around the ball as you open up. As you breathe out, roll the ball down. Good. Keep going. A nice deep breath in. Ball rolling up towards the head and the neck. Breathe out into the tuck. Good. We're going to do another 4. Breathing in and breathing out. And 3. And breathe out. Another 2. And breathe out. 1 more. And breathe out. Good. From this position, we're going to bring the ball under the tricep now. Head is still resting in the hand. Palm onto the mat. Apply a nice deep pressure into the ball so you can keep it where it is. And now reach to that foot all the way down. Get a nice rotational move, dropping into that lateral side. When I say rotation, we're working on the lateral side, but you're dropping down and getting a stretch there into that lateral side. Crunching one side and stretching the other. Keep going. Reach and reach. Keep going. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Resistance band back around the wrists. Other elbow next to the waist. That elbow on the ball next to the waist. And just keeping the supporting arm with the fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Rotate that hand and that arm that's on the ball. If there's any tension in this rotator cuff or in the shoulder anywhere, then work without the resistance band and make the movement smaller. We're going to do another 10 and 9 and 8, 7, breathing in and out for 5 and 4, 3, 2. Any issues with the shoulders, play around with the position of the hands. So bring the palms together if you need to, if there is too much tension in that shoulder. Good. From there, rock yourself up. You can keep the resistance band around the wrists. We're going to come onto the elbows. And I want you to bring the elbows as close together as possible. Keep the palms, the arms and the palms apart. And we're now going to walk the elbows forward on the mat. Try keep the elbows together. Elbows back and elbows forward. Hands apart, elbows together. Push back. And forward again. Take it back. and forward. Finish off with one more and forward. Keeping the band where it is, elbows together. We are breathing in to an arch. As you breathe out, I want you to tuck. Keep the hands together, back of the hands onto the mat. Breathe into your arch. Breathe out to your tuck. And again, nice deep breath in. And breathe out. 4 more, breathing in. Breathe out into your tuck. 3 more. And breathe out. Another 2. And breathe out. 1 more. And breathe out. Good. Let's release the resistance band. Stop and have a quick drink of water. Still on your knees, I want you to take your hands on either side of the mat and point the fingers away. Elbows are straight, so this is your position on the mat, on either side of the mat. Elbows are straight. I want you to drop your one shoulder down, keeping both elbows straight. Look at the hand of the shoulder that you're dropping down. Do the same thing to the other side. Drop down, keep the elbows straight. Lock both elbows, so that movement is coming from the shoulder. Rock to one side. Look over that shoulder to the hand. Keep going. Rock to the side and side. Going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do 1 and finish off. And now pulse that shoulder up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure the opposite shoulder is elbow is straight. Last 1. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So you're going to rotate and look over that shoulder and just pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From there, bring the hand, well, one hand underneath the sternum. So the fingers are still pointing out. And you're going to extend the same arm as the leg that is underneath your sternum. And you're going to reach the opposite hand up to the ceiling. And we're going to reach up and drop down. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in and drop down. For 3 and drop down. For 4 and drop down. And 5. Hopefully you're feeling those stabilizers are being challenged with the leg extended. Breathe out. 7. And breathe out. 8. And breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. And hold it in that extended position. Pulse for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the arm next to the ear. Now we're going to open up, keeping the arm glued next to the ear. And as you breathe out, I want you to tuck and bring the knee to the elbow. You're going to breathe in, open up, breathe out into that tuck. If your supporting arm is taking strain, I want you to rest on your elbow or you can make a fist and continue the same movement. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in and breathe out. Keep going. Let's do another 3 and breathe out. 2 more and breathe out. For the last one, and breathe out. Good. Moving on to the other side, let's start off with the heel of the hand underneath the sternum, and you're going to reach that arm up to the ceiling, extend the same leg as the foot and curl the toes under. Let's reach up and release. Good, nice deep breath in. Open up and release. For 3 and release. For 4 and release. Keep going for 5 and release. So the same thing applies. You can either make a fist with the supporting hand or drop down onto the elbow. Breathe in and breathe out. If you are in this position, spread the fingers out. Let's do another 2 and breathe out. Hold it in this position and pulse for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reach the arm next to the ear and let's bring it in. Breathe out. And a nice deep breath in. Rotate and open yourself up. Breathe out. And extend into that lift. Open up. Rotate and breathe out. For 4 and breathe out. For 5, breathing in. You remember to focus your breathing through the nose. And breathe out. For 7 and breathe out. Breathe in for 8 and breathe out. And 9 and breathe out. For 10 and breathe out. Good. Stop and have a quick drink of water. Let's give those wrists a bit of a break and work a little bit into the feet. So I want you to take, so you in this position, bring the foot underneath the knee, so you're at a right angle there. And let's take the ball and massage over the front of that ankle, along and into the toes. So working that top of the foot. I want you to also work around that ankle bone and a little bit up and down that Achilles tendon and down the side of the foot. Up and down that Achilles tendon. Once you've done the outside, you're going to move on to the inside, up and down that Achilles tendon and around that ankle. Good. Massage along the inside of that foot as well. Here we want to get movement into the ankle. So let's lift the heel up, and I want you to circle the ankle up and around, pushing into the ball of the foot. Let's change direction. Now from here, I want you to turn the knee out. You're going to rock onto the side of the foot, and taking the reflex ball in the opposite hand, I want you to massage along underneath that ankle bone and along into the arch of that foot. And from there, we're just going to move the knee across and out, getting that movement into the foot and the ankle. Hold the knee out and just bounce that knee into a nice open position, so getting a bit of a stretch into the deep core line there. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So let's bring that foot onto the mat, knee under the, or ankle under the knee. Don't overextend the knee joint. Let's take the ball onto the front of that ankle and just give it a nice massage up and down over the toes. When you're ready, move onto that ankle bone, that outside ankle bone, that malleolus. Circle around it and roll up and down that Achilles tendon. We're going to do the same thing to the inside of that foot, along that Achilles tendon and around that ankle bone. Massage up and down that area. Put the ball to the side, lift the heel and get a nice circle with that heel, loosening up into the ankle and change direction. Drop the knee out so you're opening up in the hip. Bring the ball onto that arch from that ankle bone right into the arch of that foot. Good. Put the ball to the side again and bounce that knee out. So you're in this position and open up that knee and that hip. Now we're going to move the knee in and out. You can come up if you want to, and getting that movement into the ankle, out and across. Open up. Two more and one more. Good. Hold it open a little bit. And coming back onto the knees, I want you to choose your position with your hands. If you can, I want you to bring the fingers pointing to the knees. And again, keep the fingers close to the knees. Otherwise, this is your position. You can make a fist with the hands if you want to, or go down onto the elbows. If you can, this is your position, and you can move in and out of this position if you start to take any strain. Listen to your body, focus on your breathing to ease you into the movement. We're now going to breathe into an arch, and then you're going to breathe out to your tuck position. Exhale, round the spine, use the head to get more of a contraction. Breathe in, look up. And breathe out into your tuck position. Good, keep going. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out, squeeze the glutes, tuck under. Let's do a few more. Breathing in. And tuck the tailbone under, breathe out. Again, a nice deep breath in. and breathe out. If this is as far as you can go, continue to do this. If you can take it up, I want you to take it up, and you can play around with the position of the hands. Breathing into arch. Breathing out to tuck. Lift the knees, bounce the bum back to the heels. Drop the knees. Breathe in arch. Breathe out into your tuck. Lift and bounce. Let's do 2 more. Nice deep breath in. Choose your position. If this is where you want to be, breathing in. Breathe out into your tuck. Lift the knees and bounce. Stay there. If you can, increase the stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck, and bounce. Drop down onto the knees. From there, we're now going to position the hands on either side of the mat and think about those rhomboids. You're going to clip them together around the spine. Chest is coming down between the hands. So I don't want your hands there and your chest there. Elbows are nice and lifted, so the back arm line is working. And you're going to bounce for 2, breathing in 3 and 4. On the exhalation, you are tucking and contracting. If you can, take 1 foot out. Lift the leg, and you're pushing down into the floor with the chest. Bounce. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in here. As you tuck, bring the knee to the chest. Breathe out. Extend. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 5 on each side with each leg. If you don't want to use the leg, just continue on both knees. If you can, it'll help you get more of a contraction into that rounded position. Let's breathe in, bounce. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, tuck. 2, 3, 4. Let's extend. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, tuck. 2, 3, 4. And last one on this side. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, tuck. 2, 3, 4. Continue. Otherwise, we extend the other leg, so continue the same movement. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in for 2, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, tuck. Keep going. 3 more. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, tuck. 2 more. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, tuck. Last one. Breathe out, tuck. Good. Well done. Finish off there with a drink of water. Still on the hands and knees. We're going to curl the toes under, and I want you to push up into your pyramid or down dog and walk your hands to your feet. Bounce and bounce. When you're ready, you're engaging the glutes, you're breathing into that lifted position, and circle the shoulders up and back. Good. From this position, I want you to bring the resistance band, and we're now going to work the arms again. So taking the resistance band under the foot, just hold it in the other hand, and I want you to bring this elbow into the waist and make a fist with your hand. You're going to keep that position with the hand. We're going to bend the elbow, extend it, and reach up. Drop down, come back into the waist, rotate in, open up, punch up to the ceiling, pull back and rotate in. So now take the resistance band, create as much resistance as you need. We're going to bring the elbow into the waist, bend the elbow, punch your arm up to the ceiling, bring the elbow back into the waist and rotate in. Open up, punch up to the ceiling, drop down and bring the arm in. Open yourself up, punch, release and bring it in. So we breathe in, punch up. On the exhalation, slowly, slowly lower down. Bring the hand in. Keep going. Punch it up. Bring it down. Rotate it in. 4. Bring it in. Rotate it in. Are you breathing? Breathe out. Breathing in. Two more. Breathing in. For the last one, any tension or anything, you're going to release the band and continue moving without the band. Hold it up. Pulse for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Good. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So you're going to position the band underneath the ball of the foot. Make sure the whole foot is on the band. Create that resistance. Bring the elbow into the waist. Bring the hand across. Take a nice deep breath in. Punch it up to the ceiling. Keep that fist and bending the palm, bending the hand back slightly. Drop the elbow into the waist and release. You're breathing out on the drop. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now start breathing out. Keep exhaling as you rotate the hand in. Breathe in. This is 3. Reach up and breathe out. And rotate in. For 4. And breathe out. And rotate in. For 5. Punch it up. And rotate in. Breathe out. Keep going for 6. Punch it up. And release. And rotate in. Keep going for 7. Breathing out. And rotate in. For 8. Breathing out. And rotate in. For 9. Breathing out. And rotate in. Last one. And breathe out. Drop down. And rotate in. Finish off with one more, holding it at the top. And punch for 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And release the band. Let's extend ourselves down onto the mat. Reach the arms up next to the ears. Have a nice big yawn and stretch. Let's bring the hands onto the opposite shoulders. You can open up the feet slightly wide, and I want you just to rock from side to side. Rock side to side. Let's take one arm across the body, and you're going to pulse it across there. Just resting on your back, stretching, point the thumb down to the floor and giving that back arm line a stretch. Take hold of the wrist and I want you to reach it out. Reach it out. Reach it out. Another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's bring the other arm across the body. So I'll just rotate so you can see me more easily. Thumb pointing down and you're going to reach. So you're going to pulse. Sorry, let's start the pulse first for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab hold of the wrist and reach out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9 and 10. Good. Reach the arms next to the ears. Have a nice big yawn. And stretch. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's cross the ankles. Hold on to the feet. And just rock yourself from side to side. Uncross the ankles and rock yourself forward and back. It's getting a little bit of release into the back. Bring yourself up into a seated position. Circle the shoulders up and back. Have one last breath in and reach up. While we're here, let's just drop that elbow onto the mat and reach that arm up. Get a nice lateral stretch. Just bounce that top hand down to the mat. From there, circle the arm around. Let's bring that elbow onto the mat. Reach the other arm up and bounce. Try to keep that buttock onto the floor. If you can't, just lift up off the elbow. But if you can, increase that stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Circle the shoulders up and back. Shrug them a few times. Twist and twist. 2 more. Twist and twist. Good. From there, the last stretch. Cross and bring the hands onto the knees. And you're going to tuck. And breathe in. And again, breathe out, tuck. And breathe in. Same thing to the other side. Cross the other arm on top and breathing out. And breathe in. Last one. Breathe out. And breathe in. Good. Well done. And thank you for joining me.